Hi, good morning, everybody. I just came back from another trip to Sedona where I did a lot of release work. It has been being brought to me about the gifted children right now, a lot of things about children in general and the essence of childhood. A lot of inner healing that needs to take place for a lot of us that are going through our transition or being more aware or awakened or going through healing processes in general. For me, personally, I always use my journey as an example. So for me, I was born and given up for adoption and placed into a family. That was pretty amazing. I had parents that could nurture my gifts to a certain point, and I was raised in an environment where I was always around healing and helping people, and that naturally fed part of my gift. But the other part of the not so good part was that I was so intuitive and so empathic, and I was sick a lot as a child and misunderstood a lot, and I struggled with the essence of wonder as a child. I kind of came in with a lot of sorrow, it seemed, or homesickness feeling, and always felt like I didn't belong, even though my family made it very easy for me to belong. I felt like I belonged in a different or a larger setting. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin a lot of my life growing up. It made it very difficult. So I wanted to talk a bit about children, or the essence of being a child, and going within to heal the parts of whatever our life has brought us as a learning tool. Most of my life I can look back now objectively and understand, why I went through most of the trials and tribulations that I did. I went through a lot of traumatic things growing up. My parents were in healthcare and nursing homes, and I worked there, and it was a lot of overwhelming, again, more sadness and sorrow. As a child, I couldn't understand the concept. What people would say never felt right to me. Certain events or certain grown-ups or certain things that people would tell you an event, and as a child, you didn't feel it or it didn't resonate. And so you then would turn to a grown-up and try to explain what you were feeling. And the grown-ups may not understand, so they dismiss what you're saying. So what happens when we grow up with that, we have this inner conflict of what our intuition or our natural feelings or our gifts are. And we have this contradiction within us that has to be healed as an adult. So me being the person that I am, I decided to reflect on a lot of that. Before my parents died, we got a lot of closure with a lot of things that happened to me, and a lot of different and new ways of looking at things, because they realized I was different. And instead of trying to fit me into a box of normal, it became the acceptance of me being outside of the box and nurturing my parents to the point where they could transition into a better place. So it's been this whole dynamic for me of finding this inner essence that I was born with and wanting to reconnect with that inner child of wonder, because I never had that. I never had that amazing childlike essence. I had more of a sorrow and a homesick feeling my entire life. And just recently I've started to develop and understand more of why I felt that way. But there are a lot of children that are coming into this world right now that they are so sensitive and so gifted that they are going to be misunderstood and labeled with a lot of problems and illnesses. And parents really just want to nurture and fix. And sometimes fixing that does more damage than nurturing the child's natural gift. Sometimes people say, get in touch with your childlike wonder. But if you came in and never had childlike wonder, it's kind of misunderstood. So for me, being different or gifted or unique, however you want to say it, because I don't really care how you label it, the older I got, the more I understood. So nurture only the good things in your children. If they're creative, just nurture the creative part. If they, come to you with stories, allow them to speak their stories. You don't have to fix them or correct them or make a logical statement about it. Just allow your child to filter out whatever is going on, because some of the things you may not understand, but your child may be so connected on a deeper level that they are in tune with stuff that you have no idea about. And unconditionally nurture what is good. Don't try to recorrect a lot of the things that society thinks is abnormal, because these children are coming in to change normal. They aren't normal. They're very sensitive. They're being labeled as autistic or dyslexic or learning disabled. There's always a different option to those alternatives. And we are becoming more aware as a society that some children are sensitive. It goes a little deeper than that. And I just happen to be one that is so connected with children in this world that I understand, and I can literally empathize because I'm an empath. So just try to stay positive with your children. And if you have a lot of childhood trauma yourself, try and work through what that is and look at it objectively in a bigger scale. Step out of your story of it and look at it, because your life is to teach you, and it is perfect. It's all divine. And if you can look at the good in your story and heal that, amazing things will happen with your heart once you get past that stage. So be aware of sensitive children. Love them and nurture them, and allow them the freedom to express whatever is going on, because you may not know, but they do. And as my parents got to see in the end of their life, I was that different child, and there was a purpose. And my purpose was nurtured, and my life was nurtured to the perfect point where I got to spend the last years of my parents' life in an accepting and loving way, looking at everything that happened to us in a healing way. And it was a very special time. So take time, spend time with your children, get to know your inner child, and heal those parts of yourself that maybe were discouraged growing up or withheld or misunderstood. And, learn to love it. And once you learn to love it, you can accept it, and it will benefit your life greatly. So I hope this video helps you heal in some way. And if not, I love you anyway. Bye.